A friend in Jesus Christ, a Christian life has got its own rhythm. It's like, going into the presence of God and from the presence of men, and again coming out from the presence of, into the presence of men from the presence of God. We have to go to God and then we have to go to men, go to the presence of men. So here it's like, the rhythm of sleep and work. You cannot sleep unless you have worked and until your body is tired. You cannot go for a sleep. And you cannot go for work unless you have some time to take rest. Unless you have some time to take rest. So from this gospel of today, there are two dangers in life. We can see that there are two dangers in life. There is a danger of two constant activity, two constant activity, which means you always constantly, you cannot keep on work upon work. You cannot just simply working, but you need some time to take rest. And if you do not have time to take rest, then what happens? You feel tired and then you cannot continue your work. So therefore, dear friends, this is a kind of danger in our life if you are constantly working. And second thing is, there is a danger of too much withdrawal, which means like the devotion that you have, if that does not issue in action, that is not a real devotion. Your prayer that does not issue in action is not a real prayer, dear friends. So Christian life has got then an alternative meeting with God in the secret place and serving men in the marketplace. So always, it has to go hand in hand. We have to go to God, pray to God, and then we have to serve men. We have to have fellowship with men. So prayer does not mean that you have to be fellowship. You seek to have fellowship with God in order to avoid fellowship with men. It's not that, but we need to have both in our day-to-day lives, dear friends. So, and looking at the gospel of today, so Jesus, as Jesus was looking at the people that they were without shepherd, a sheep without the shepherd cannot find way. So we need to find a way. If somebody is there to lead, then we can go through the way. If suppose you are going for a picnic, you are going to a different place or to a different country, so there what you will do, you will have map. Either you may have map or you may have some guide. So guide to take you to the places and explain to you about the history of the place or a picnic spot. So these things you need some guide. Similarly, if a sheep without the shepherd cannot find its way. So we need Jesus in our lives to find our way, find a good life, find peace and happiness, to seek for justice, work for justice. Everything we need Jesus to lead us into those things, lead us into those moral lives. So we need it. And secondly, a sheep without the shepherd cannot find pasture and its food. We need food to sustain in the world. We need food for our physique. We need food for our mental health, because if you are stressed, then what happens? You cannot be happy. That mental stress will disturb your whole system of your body. It will create pressure and it will create a high pressure or low pressure, or you may have some other reactions in the body which will become a disease. So you have to find food for your mental stress as well. And then also you need to find food for your physique. For that one only we go for work and earn and live. These things we do. And thirdly, when you see that we need to, a sheep without the shepherd does not have defense against the threat or danger with threatens it. So like if you do not have sheep, For instance, you take your own family. If a child is there and the child needs father or mother to take care of it. If either of them are not there, what happens? The child may not know what to do. The child will be defenseless. Anybody can come and beat the child. Anybody can take the child, kidnap the child. Anything can be done. The child becomes vulnerable. So similarly, in our lives also, if Jesus Christ is not there as a shepherd, then our life cannot be. Life is defenseless. We cannot defend ourselves against the danger, the temptation that the devil is imposing, that may impose upon us. So dear friends, as we look into this gospel of today, there are three things. We need Jesus Christ to find the way. We need Jesus Christ to find food for our life. We need Jesus Christ to defend our lives, dear friends. For that, we need to come to Him. We need to go to Him, dear friends. So therefore, in our lives, we need to have work as well as we need to go for rest. Both we need the systematic. So that work and the rest it symbolizes our relationship with God as well as our relationship with our fellow human beings. And then it is God, it is Christ Himself will lead us to the fellowship of God the Father and the fellowship of men. So therefore, let us come to Christ and pray to Him, and He will lead us and He will make our life better. Thank you.